everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Rhonda and this is Joy Junktique, and I hope you're having a good day and I appreciate you being here. So today I want to show you a project that I did for LosMiMisArmoire. I used several of her kits and I'll have them all linked below. I had a lot of fun with this project. I've actually had this put aside for a long time, just gathering different things that I thought would work. So it's a little different and it's just repurposing a few things, and I think it turned out really cute. So I'll just get right into it and show you. So this is what I have, and yes, this actually is a mirror, a hand mirror, and I had found this a while back and just thought that I could do something different with it. And when I got the mirror home, it fit perfectly with this little picture frame. And it's just a little, kind of a brownish color. And I added some antique wax to the edges of it. And there was actually a little picture in it, but it was literally falling apart. This little photo is from one of her kits, and it fit perfectly in the center of this little frame. So from there, I've just been collecting things, and I finally got enough stuff that I was ready to create this. So let me just go ahead and untie this. So I have this little frame tied around to hold this little journal in between the frame and the mirror. So I just have it tied with lace and ribbon, all just several pieces. And this is the beautiful mirror. And it was completely black, and I added antique and wax to it too, and I'll show you what I used for them. So I used this metallic gilding polish, and this is the chocolate bronze color, and I just rubbed it with my finger over the top to give it this little antique color. So it's just a really cute little mirror, and here I used the back of an earring and glued it there to hold this little flower and this little pearl earring, and just some little lace and ribbon here. So I just took and let that back glue and hold it there. But you could also just completely cut the back off and just glue it, but there was a hole there, so I just went ahead and let that be there, because you could still toss some more ribbons back here or hang it somehow. So I thought that turned out cute. I did go back and add a piece of lace to cover that earring back, and then this is what it looks like from the front with that extra lace hanging down. So that's the base, and then I have this little frame that I showed you, and I just ran the ribbons underneath where I tied the spine there, so that can pull right out. And I'll show you the little frame. So I just accented it with some little lace inside and outside and a little bow. And then on the back side, I went ahead and finished it off with this little ruched fabric, kind of gathered up, and had a little bit of netting here, and just put my lace there. So you could take this and remove the journal from the mirror, and then just tie it back on that sweet little mirror like that. Or you could tie it to the front of a book or anything else that you wanted to use it for. So I think it turned out cute, and you can just use it for a lot of things. So let me show you the journal. So here's a little quilted cover, and it was actually from a pillow sham. And so I just used the shape of the mirror and the frame to guide me in how to shape this journal. So I cut out my little piece of the quilt, and then I had this little piece of a collar or something, and so I just kind of stitched it all the way around and let it hang off the bottom like this. And so you just have this really delicate, pretty little doily look about it. And then instead of trying to tie ribbon around it, I just decided to let these two little pieces hang, and then underneath those I just put a little snap. So that will hold the journal together like that, and it just looks really authentic and just like it naturally should be there. So then I just added this little bulb pin with these little charms on it and a little piece of seam binding ribbon. So I just let my binding come all the way through on the outside so it could have this pretty little bow. And then on the back side, instead of sewing all the way down, I just left a little pocket here. So it's like a little hidden pocket. And inside of it, it's just a sweet little birdie tag from one of her latest kits. And this little ribbon that you'll see on a couple things in here is from Lavish Laces. There's several pieces of lace from Lavish Laces in here. So let's open it. So here we are, and it's just a soft cover. It's just the quilt for the cover. And then I added this little piece of lace and also this little applique that I coffee dyed just so it wouldn't be quite so bright of a pink. And I just attached it in different spots so that you could kind of place stuff in there and let it come through the other side if you wanted. But I have a couple of little tags here with journaling spots on them. And then it's a double pocket, so you have a little tuck here, and then in the back, this lace is actually another pocket. So in it, I just used one of her little envelopes that she had in her kit and folded it up. And so when it's folded back up, it just can sit right back in there. Just like that. So here on this side, I wanted to use this really pretty little soft piece of, it's a very, very aged pink color. And so I used it as a page in the book. And then here I tried a tutorial, and I'll link that below, on how to emboss velvet ribbon with your stamps. And so I had this little sweet stamp, and so I just did it really lightly on this little pink velvet ribbon. And a rusty safety pin with a little pearl. And that just holds this little tag here. It's just a piece from one of the pages of the kit that I made into a tag. This paper is from A Trace of Sparkle, one of those kits I had bought. And it was a lot brighter, but I just coffee dyed it, and I love, love, love the effect that it has now. So I just let it be a pocket here, a little tuck spot. So I took this page and folded it and then tore it to match the shape of the book. And then I have this little postcard inside. And the back side I left like this. I just love it. So pretty. This is one of the lace cards that you can wrap your lace around. So I just doubled it also. So here's another pocket and a cute little bird tag. And so I just used pages and cut them down to fit this book. And I love these pretty images. So I added lace there. And then here, I just took a little page and folded it with a copy of one of my coffee dyed pages. And that just folds up, so there's a little journaling spot. Here is a book page. This is actually some of those from Lavish Laces too. And the lace is from there too. And here I just made a little belly band with one of the tags. And I have this pretty little tag. I love the music page, so I just made several tags out of it. This is one of my coffee dyed pieces. I think this was actually a file folder that I had coffee dyed. And on the back of it, I just put more of that lace. And then I have this little fold out from one of her kits. And here is a piece of that really pretty sheer fabric from Lavish Laces too. And then I just added this little ribbon with these tiny little buttons and a rusty safety pin. And on the back I put this cute little tulle bow. And then this, I don't know what went through my head here, but I took a tea bag and I had some dried flowers that I had gotten out of my yard. And so I thought, I'm just gonna wax those on there and see if it works. And I'm sure somebody else has already done this, but I just tried it, and sure enough, it did do good. But you can kind of see the tea through the tea bags there, the little grains in there, and I really like that. So I just added a little bow, and this little tag is stapled to the back with a little bit of lace, so it actually makes another little tuck spot. So there's that page, and this just tucks around there. So you could actually tuck something behind here too. But I thought that turned out really pretty. Another book page. Another beautiful page from one of the kits. Some more lace on the edge there. This pretty little page. And I love how different kits of hers can all be used together. They blend really pretty together. And then here I added some lace. And all these pages, pretty much all of them are cardstock, except for the book pages, I'm pretty sure, and then some of the little fold-outs. But it's a really good, sturdy little book. And there's lots of little journaling spots all through. So here's a book page I folded up to be an envelope. And I put a little piece of seam bun in here for it to tuck into to stay closed. So when you open that, inside I just have a tiny little scrappy notepad. So, looks really cute. And then here it's just some more pages, and this is a belly band with this pretty little tag. I think all these pages look so pretty together. And here's another pretty little mother-daughter page, and I added this coffee dyed flower. Another book page. More of those beautiful pages. And here's the back side of that sheer fabric, and I just stapled a little tag on it and added some lace scraps and a button. Added a coffee dyed file folder. And here's another little fold out page. And so the way I folded it up, it makes two little pockets here. Added some lace, and then two little postcards. And you can journal on those as well. Here's the back side. Added some of that old tape. More lace. Another one of those pretty pages. And then here's another little pocket. The cute little bird tag. And there's the other side of this little tuck. And inside here, I have another postcard. And I have just some little scrappy leftovers here that I stapled together. And here's the other side of that lace. And rather than the lace just being really limp, I added some little pieces from leftovers I had, and these tiny little postcard pieces. And so it just makes a little bit stiffer of a page. I just took a little piece here and folded it over the edge to give it, stiffen it up a bit. And then here is the back side. And I used another piece of the applique and the lace. And so we have this little postcard. And then we have this little photo that you can journal on the back of. And so that's the sweet little journal. And I'll just snap it back. And I just love how that turned out. It fits so sweet in your hands. Just a nice little soft book. It'd be sweet for a little girl even. And then I had printed out the little envelopes that she had, and so I wrapped it with this little Swiss dot sheer fabric and added an old earring to it. So that just slips off, maybe. This wraps around. And there were 4 of these envelopes, I'll show you. So this is how they print out. And so when you fold them up, you end up with these really cute little envelopes. But what I did is on these little flaps, I just took and folded them in and made a little gusset there, if you can see that. And then I took and glued it to the next one. And that way I just can have a whole little booklet of these envelopes that folds out in a folio. And so each one of these is a pocket. And so I have this little, could be a bookmark if you wanted to glue it together, or you could just use it as a little fold out that you can journal in. So that slips back into that pocket. And then this, I put some more of those little lace tags and some pretty little lace that I wrapped up with a scrap from one of the kits. And in this pocket, I have a little fold out for journaling. And in the last pocket, I have another one of those little fold outs on cardstock. It can be made into a bookmark or a pocket or just journal in. So this was really fun too, and very simple. So I just connected them and with the flaps. So I had just used the flaps of the envelopes and joined them together and had gusseted the sides to make those little pockets. So I think that turned out really cute. And it's just another little place that you can put ephemera or whatever. And so that just wraps back around and loops. I just put this pretty little earring to hold it closed. And there's that. And you could always cut these off a little bit if they're too long, but I kind of liked them hanging. And so this just will go back on the mirror and wrap back around and tie in the back to hold it all together. But like I said, you can use it all separate and just enjoy all the pieces in different ways. So that's my project, and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some really good ideas. So go check out her shop and all the links that I have below, and go make something beautiful. And I'll see you back here really soon. God bless.